Coffee, 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 coffee. Oh, and a police car. Hang on. Umlaut says, if he says I'm between games, he's going to get hit with the stick. I'm between games. We finished Valheim and it was great. But we finished it now. It's all done. It's all done. Thank you, Chivalry F. Thank you very much, Chivalry. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Good morning indeed. I figured I was going to banter in the chat for a bit and explain that, God, I'm not sure what to play while sipping this coffee. But again, I figured I may as well go live to say it instead. Just chat for a bit and sip this coffee. And also, the mass notification will obviously do well to... I need people to fill in the poll. As in, I need my subscribers to tell me what to do next. So, you know, I figured I'd kill many birds with one stone. A flock of birds with one stone. Thank you, Wockle1, and Chivalry, and Derek. Thank you, all of you. Hi, everyone. Hang on a second. Thank you, Silver Surfer. Thank you very much, Silver Surfer. Hang on. Right. Okay. Umlaut tells me to check Steam. Is it another fucking horrific culinary disaster that you've posted? Let's have a look. Oh, Shadows of the Empire, the Star Wars game from years ago. God. I think I remember... Was that an N64 title? I think I remember like a neighbor had a Nintendo 64 and we'd pop round and play the Hoth level especially. Just the opening fucking land speeders in the 8080s. Well, technically, I watched through most of your stream recently, Umlaut. So, yeah, I kind of seen it through. Is it the one with the metal track main theme, Derek? No, you're thinking of Star Wars Force Commander. Star Wars Force Commander was a late 90s, early 2000s RTS, which went through the hell of development hells. They essentially changed the engine, I think like twice, that might be wrong. But it went through so many iterations. And it is one of the weirdest Star Wars things to ever come out of Star Wars. Yeah, it's just like awkward as hell. Where they sort of bend the law so acutely to try and make an RTS work. Hi there, hairy guy Og. Seeing as I like Factorio, you'd think I'd love Shapers. Not familiar, I'm afraid, Harry. Thank you, Ysub and Revoz Gaming. Thank you both of you. Hang on. It's good coffee, actually. Holy shit, hang on. So anyway, for those joining, I hope you're okay. So please know that on the YouTube front, I was working on a... Well, I still am working on it. I'm only putting it on hold briefly. I've spent the last 3 months working on a very large video essay. A 3-hour follow-up to that forest one that I did. So another 3 hours. In that time, I've been able to finish the entire script, and I've been able to edit about 1 hour and... What was it in the end? 1 hour and 15 minutes out of the 3? So I've made some good progress, but there's still a lot more to do. Regardless, I'm feeling a bit... I'm fancying a change of pace. Therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to park that video essay for now and do a bullshittery instead. So... On that front, I've made a poll. Technically, I've made 2 polls. If you're a patron, I've made one on Patreon. And if you're a Twitch subscriber, in the Discord group below, which should automatically give you the permissions the moment... so the moment you click it, it should work, I hope. There's a poll in there. So there are 6 options, so 6 potential bullshitteries. Please vote and let me know what you would like. So those 6 options, from memory, are Valheim... Half-Life Alyx, Helldivers 2, Minecraft, Left 4 Dead, or not Gang Beasts. What's it called? Human Fall Flat. You know, the physics thing. So I've got footage for all of them. I can't guarantee that I can do a bullshittery, but I can make a damn good go of it. So let me know what you'd like me to work on, and then I'll start moving the footage off the NAS, which is a shoebox-sized, like a rack of hard drives, which I've got behind my PC. All of the live streams are on the NAS, so I'll start pulling footage off the NAS and start going through them and going through the notes and do all that. How about Armour, Strelok? I would do, but if you'll forgive me, Armour has this rather nasty habit of winning every single poll it's on. It's not strictly speaking true, but pretty much every time Armour's been on the poll, it's won the poll. I think there's like one exception to that. So it was a case of either, you know, I do a poll or it's going to be Armour. Thank you, Helco. Thank you, Mr. Pigger. Thank you, Duckslayer and Jedi Lunchbox. Thank you, all of you. For subscribers joining, yes, I need your vote. This is a shareholders meeting. That's what we're doing. Do they have a gavel? I don't know. I've never seen a shareholders thing. I've never owned a share. Not owned a share before. But yes, if you are a subscriber, please cast your vote because I need it. I need to know what you would like. I work to your pleasure. Thank you, Spunk DK. Thank you very much, Spunk DK. Ah, dearie me. So yeah, behind me, Lulu is flopped. She's had a whole big brown paper bag of sausage. We went to a cafe, and we picked up some sausage, and she had she went through the whole damn thing. And other dogs circled trying to get sausage, and she was like, "Rah, rah, rah. Get away. My sausage." What's the giant corn on the cob behind Lulu? It is, in fact, two giant fish pillows, bought by Dinklebean as gifts over the last couple of years. Pretty much the only... Well, I asked him to buy stuff to help me catch fish, and he bought me pillows, so instead of my fishing gear. That's not technically true. He did buy me a spinner, which is a type of metal device that goes through the water when you pull on it. It's a hook, basically. The thing is, the spinner is a giant penis. And when I say giant penis, I mean this spinner is gigantic. I'm like, what the fuck sort of fish does this catch? This must catch like fucking tuna or something. I don't fucking know. It's just gigantic spinner. So I'm like, good lord. The camera focus on if Lulu's gone. What do you mean? Oh, sorry. I thought you were telling me that the focus. What will the camera focus on if Lulu's gone? Well, I'm sure there will be some incredibly awkward shrine with like candles and this picture wrapped around it or something. I don't know. Have you seen this, by the way? BB made this. It's awesome. I want to get it on my bathroom wall or something when I have a proper bathroom. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let me just turn the music up just a little bit. Oh, too much. Right. Thank you, Westy. Thank you, Spunk. Thank you, Jedi. What's the vote for, Violet? So the vote is for the next bullshittery. So what project should I work on next? For those unfamiliar, what I normally do is I normally edit one myself and then have the crowdfunders pick one, and I like to alternate. Which is why you often see me disappear for a while, because I'm often finding myself, like, when it's their turn, they pick a bullshittery. When it's my turn, I pick some, like, incredibly weird and long and like strange topic that takes fucking ages. I feel like I'm taking my crowdfunders for a ride sometimes, so thank you for your patience. But yeah, like the forest video essay, for example, that sort of thing would be my pick. Actually, no, that's not strictly true. That was the chat's pick that time. But you know what I mean, as I alternate between things. Well, sorry, Eriviv asks if you'll see my face in the Forest 2 video. Well, I've already done my face, so I've got to reveal something else now. Chat says feet, butt, knob, ass, penis, cock, feet. Yeah, it probably has to be my cock, frankly. I mean, there's no, There's no real other way you could escalate it. Has to be done. I'm afraid it has to be done. Kurdo, do you have a cock? He's funny. Fuck you. Thank you, Grove Spaz. Thank you very much, Grove Spaz. You want my actual face, not Duckslayer's face, says Zoob. Anyway, for the people joining the stream, I hope you're okay. Now, for the last 3 weeks or so the reason why I'm sitting here sipping coffee is that for the last 3 weeks, we've been playing Valheim. We got completely sucked into a village that we made called Nobgard, and it was a tremendous amount of fun. That being said, all good things must come to an end, and last night we were able to complete the game fully. So we defeated the final boss, we mounted its head upon the stones, and now, unfortunately, we wait for the next, and I suppose, final biome. That being said, I do find myself itching to maybe go back to my single-player castle. Maybe you keep upgrading that for the Ashlands. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Warthos. Thank you very much, or Wartho, even. I agree, Josh. Valheim, yeah, it's I did play it solo, but and I played it through all the way to the end solo with the Queen, so the Mistlands, but it definitely shines cooperatively. If you can get 3 or 4 people to get a Valheim thing going, I strongly recommend. I would recommend not going too far. Yeah, a larger group, it struggles. As you could probably tell by the end there, I had very low frames, because just like 9 people building was difficult. What's that belly? Being good? Look at it. So yeah, have I checked out Star Sector? No, not really. The Devil Cat? Sorry, the Red Evil Cat. No, I've not checked that out. Hi there, Merbles. Thank you for subbing there, Merbles. Merble says, I hope all is well. I moved into my new house a couple of weeks ago. I also stubbed my toe so hard I passed out, which is fun. Fuck. Jesus, Merbles, hope you're okay. Hope the house is okay. I would love to know what that feeling is. Thank you, Concord and Tom Sawyer. Thank you, both of you. For the subscribers joining, welcome everyone. Sorry, I'm just going to keep banging the gong because I'm just trying to draw attention to the fact that there is a poll in the Discord group below for you. There are 6 potential options for a bullshittery to work on next. Please vote. I need to know what you would like me to do. In fact, vote on as many as you wish because it's quite helpful. Because if there's a clear second runner-up, then I'm like, okay, that one needs to go like on the next poll. It'll help me narrow down exactly what people want. Thank you, Kev Racy. Thank you very much, Kev. Merbles asks, how's my bungalow purchase going? Absolutely awfully. Without going into the nitty-gritty of it, for those unfamiliar, for the last year and a half, I've been hoping to move into a small bungalow, which is a type of old people-style house with only 1 floor in the UK. The reason for the bungalow is that I felt that it was small enough that I can maintain, and also I'm sick of living in flats. I've had 3 flats now. I'm just done with flats. I'm just so fucking annoyed with them. So it would be nice to get like a small house with multiple rooms, if possible. Anyway, so what's happened is I found a place. It does have some damages which need to get fixed. I found that the seller has been extremely stubborn, and it's been very stressful. It feels like just trying to get a straight answer out of the... And to be fair to the seller, it's not entirely their fault. The reason it's not entirely their fault is the damages on the property are from an extension, like extensions and alterations made to it that they did not make. By the sounds of it, well, technically it is their fault in some respects. By the sounds of it, the seller moved into this property a few years ago, and they did no survey. So a building survey, is typically done in order to spot damages. By the sounds of it, they didn't do it. If they did, they would have presumably have gone through the next step, which is acquire documentation for things like building regulations for these changes to the building. So when it's a case of, do you have building regulations? They just go, here's the phone number for the builder that did it. I call up the builder. I get, not stonewalled, but he's very evasive. So I think that the truth of the answer is there are no building regulation certificates for the modifications. Okay. So then we go down this rabbit hole of, okay, then we need insurance so that we can fix it, and I'm insured in the meantime. And yeah, it's all been this horrible stress. And it hasn't been helped by a solicitor. A solicitor is like a legal expert so both parties have one, buyer and seller. And it hasn't been helped by the fact that my solicitor, I've had 2 of them so far, and they have been uniquely unhelpful. The first one barely communicated and then just said that they were, they just dropped me at the last minute when things were at green light, ready to go. And the second one was given the green light, ready to go, and then they've kind of wheel spun for weeks. And I've had to chase them going, what's going on? Are we moving? What's going on? Are we moving? And just nothing. I should have, yeah, you're right, Grey Man. I should have walked away from this weeks ago. But I didn't know this was going to be this much of a headache. Frankly, I didn't anticipate that it was going to be this bad. So yeah. So that's where we are. It's felt like an intensely difficult process, and getting a straight answer out of anybody has been insanely hard. I cannot believe how difficult it has been to simply get a yes or a no. I actually had a fucking little breakdown, a fucking little thing like just yes or no. The answer is yes or no on the phone with someone, and they were like doing the teeth sucking thing, and I was like, look, this isn't. It's not complicated. It's yes or no. It's yes or no. And the answer was no. I was like, finally, fuck. Took days to get a yes or no. And that's every single step of this process has been that. Anyway, sorry, I'm whinging. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Neonix. Thank you, Point Break and Gamer DK. And Akiri and Kev. Anyway. Did I check out the full release of 7 Days to Die? I haven't, Ekizone. It's been a while since we've done 7 Days to Die. It was enjoyable. Thank you, Unholy Fire Truck. Yeah, I know, a handful of squirrels, yeah, I know. But yeah. I know, Mag, but fuck, yeah, I don't want to be that, I don't want to whinge about it every time it comes up, you know. Oh. Hi there, Mag. Hi there indeed. Necro says, I'm glad I got my house when I was so young. Went through poverty in the beginning, but it was worth it. Good to hear it, Necro. Hope you're very well. Is there a plan for Divinity? Powellicious, as soon as possible. Okay, so I feel like, fuck. I feel like I'm being too negative this morning. I would like to continue Divinity. I have been a little dispirited by the fact that it wasn't as well received as I was hoping, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that I can complete the series. It's just a case of dedicating more time. It doesn't help that Divinity is actually very difficult to edit. I mean, many of the bullshitteries are difficult to edit. I do it to myself. But some games are much easier to edit owing to the fact that they have lots of easy points of tracking, for example. Someone made a YouTube video a few years ago talking about my editing style, and they were mostly correct, but they did make one small thing, which is they pointed out that when I do the tracking, I don't cheat, as in it's all manual. I cheat as much as I can. And by that, I basically mean I try to make it automated, but the problem is most games, you just can't fucking automate them, man. You just can't. Like Armor has literal camouflage on the heads. The tracker just goes, what's that? It loses it. It can't do it. You have to do it manual for a lot of cases. Not all cases, but a lot of cases. Something like Gang Beasts. Okay, they're just like vague shapes. How the fuck do you track something? You can't do it. It just can't handle it. You got to tell the software, okay, that's the head. And then you do something like Counter-Strike Global Offensive or whatever, and they've all got these lovely little coloured arrows above their heads. It's like, oh my god. Easy. Easy. Anyway. I'm trying, Individual. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Oh, another good example. Sorry, Untitled Goose Game. Oh, so much easier. The goose had a black eye that you could always follow, or its white head always stood out perfectly against matte-coloured backgrounds. Wonderful. Something like Armor. Fucking a dude runs with his ghillie suit in front of hedges? Doesn't work. Or at least it's not as precise as I need it to be. Ow. Matt Jez, I think I did briefly. Sorry, forgive me. I recognise the name, but I must admit it was a couple of years ago. I tried it briefly on the project that I was working on then, but I couldn't tell you anything substantial about it, I'm afraid. You alright, honey? Yeah, she's fine. Anyway, sorry, for those joining, I'm just bantering and sipping a coffee whilst talking about the fact that I'll be starting the next bullshittery project soon. I need your vote. If you're a subscriber, there's a Discord group below. Hang on, let me just close it and reopen it. Does that refresh the list? It might do. Hang on. I think each time I log into Discord, I think it updates the subscriber list and therefore gives access. I don't know. I don't really use Discord. Anyway, the point is, there's a poll in there, and it's got 6 options for potential bullshitteries. Please... Oh, pardon me. Hang on. Oh, I got a burp. There we go. Please vote and tell me what you would like of the 6 options, and I will do my best to edit one for you. Thank you, Resonant GT. Thank you, Resonant. Thank you for doing that, Resonant. Yeah. What else is going on? Yeah, so this morning we did our normal dog walk. It's very warm outside, actually. It's going to get quite warm in the UK. So for this reason, I've got the curtain shut and I've got the air conditioning running for this young lady behind me. Thank you, Barry the Narwhal. Thank you very much, Barry. Thank you sincerely. No need to quit, says Mag. What, Discord? Cool. Me too, yeah, so Hopping Skipper. I would like to edit that too, frankly, at some point, certainly. So, for those unfamiliar, when I played Half-Life Alyx, there was a particularly cool segment in the middle of the game that I would like to edit, because I think people might like that. The middle of the game featured an Alien Isolation style moment, which came out of nowhere, and it was very well done. Dingo has been waiting for the Left 4 Dead Versus to make a return to the schedule. Yeah. Oh, Mag says, no, we're firing Ducky for his abysmal troll performance. Do you mean troll performance as in trolling, or the time when he summoned giant flaming trolls in the kitchen of our Valheim server? Or both? Oh, really, Mr. Junior? Yeah, interesting. I will have a look. Duck says we don't talk about that, Yes, Anubish, I did see that Blade and Sorcery had its 1.0 release. I was tempted to don on the VR headset, but I'm fucking lazy. I gotta, yeah. It was like 15 minutes before the start, and I was like, oh god, I gotta move all the furniture. Thank you, Modern Messiah. Any ETA, Merlvix X on the Forest 2 video. So, unfortunately, its ETA is probably November. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to work on a bullshitter in the meantime to show people that I'm still alive. But, yeah, I finished 1 hour and 15 minutes out of 3. I've gotten through 22 segments out of 40. Lots to do. As in the script. There are 40 segments in the script. And I've done 22 of them. Technically more like 20. Yeah, which year, says account. Thank you, Slightly Wet Cat and Modern Messiah. Thank you, all of you. Have I considered Call of the Wild Angler? No, I'm not familiar, Kayla. Call of the Wild Angler. There was this fishing game I tried a while ago, and it was so hilariously sort of... God, it was so not the sort of fishing that I do that it was really bizarre. The front cover on Steam had a gentleman wearing like almost like a racing suit. He was wearing like a full-on head-to-toe, I want to say like lycra or something, covered in brands, and he had like 2 bass, like some sort of an American fish, like in both hands, and he was smiling at the camera. Just adverts everywhere, like as in like sponsorship stitched all over his clothing. And it was like, that's not, you know. Fishing here in the UK consists of old men sitting quietly on a peaceful jetty with birdsong. Not, fuck yeah, fishing! Although I suppose there is that, I'm sure, somewhere. Thank you, Homemade Globe. Thank you very much, Homemade. Any thoughts on picking up The Witcher 3 again? I'm not so sure it's for me, Garlic. I don't think it's for me. I did enjoy Witcher 2 and Witcher 1, but I just don't really think Witcher 3 is quite my thing. Again, I'm probably speaking from ignorance here. It's just because, yeah, I barely exited the tutorial. Yeah, I know. It didn't grab me. It slid off me. Thank you, Munt. Thank you very much, Munt. Thank you, Matty MS. Thank you very much, Matty. Ever thought about giving Elden Ring a go? Again, not really my type of game, TK. I'm more into my open world survival crafting, my top-down sort of RTS strategy, sort of logistics style games, like say Settlers or Factorio. Big grand RTSs like Stellaris, or maybe grittier RTSs like RimWorld, and a whole lot of survival. I'm not really into my Souls-like style games. In my defense, I did try Dark Souls, and I played it through till... Not sure, actually. When did I play it through? I was going into a sewer. I destroyed a big dragon made out of ribs. But yeah, really is just not my style of game. Would Planet Crafter fit the description? Maybe. Unfamiliar with it. I think that's the one Bavon was playing, I think. No, I've not tried Manor Lords or the Guild. What's that? Sorry, Eki Zone. I probably don't need any suggestions for the next essay. Well, I've got to finish this one first. 7 Days to Die was such a wild ride of weird decisions over 11 years. Oh, really? Oh, really? I'm unfamiliar, Eki Zone. Although, I tell you one thing about 7 Days to Die. I was always frustrated at how cheap it felt. Like, I've mentioned this a ton. Back in 2013, it was really the, oh my god, what the fuck is this, explosion of creativity when it came to the open world survival genre. One could argue that it started in Minecraft before 2013. Maybe, but I would say definitely the explosion of something like the DayZ mod really, like, put several million people in that market, suddenly. And 7 Days to Die always felt like it was just including elements from other games as cheaply as possible, with stock sound effects and very little effort. If anything, it felt like the direct, it felt like the, it almost felt like the direct opposite to something like Rust or the DayZ standalone, because it always felt like there was this huge explosion in ideas, like open world survival, procedurally generated map, I don't know, fucking base building, put in some traders, bikes so you can get around, like all these different concepts that mods were coming up with. And on the one half, you had 7 Days to Die, which was cramming it all in. And then on the other side, you had something like Rust and the DayZ standalone, which was refusing to do any of it. Rust came around over time and started putting in things like traders. But yeah, it was a weird sort of counterbalance there. Thank you, Sir Nums and Vailnon, and Debatsel. Thank you, all of you. Will there be any Baldur's Gate 3 bullshittery? I hope so. I hope so. Sorry, Molongi. As people who watch here regularly know, I've struggled to get through my backlog. Bronchito says, you love to play 7 Days to Die, but my god, they can't fucking finish it. Now they're releasing it as 1.0 and carrying on with the same bullshit of changing mechanics left, right and centre. Yeah? Well, that would track with what I just said then, because it's clear that they didn't really... Again, they were just cramming everything in. It felt like they were cramming everything in without real understanding on what makes everything work. Oh, really? They're doing an Expanse game? Dr. Schnuggles? Not really, Patcher. Sorry, Patcher asks if I would do the Half-Life mods. I'm not really into Half-Life mods. You know what? You've just reminded me. Back in the day, that wasn't true. I remember downloading an absolute shit ton of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life Opposing Force mods back in the day. Back when you were just... Before, like, fucking... God, when was this? Was Steam even around? I'm pretty sure you would just go to a website and download an entire EXE or whatever. And I remember that they were shit. It was so shit. They were all so bad. Oh god. I remember this one mod where somebody had taken the G-Man, and for some reason that eludes me, they decided to voice him. As in, the creator of the mod decided to be the G-Man's voice. And he'd be like, "So long, Dr. Freeman." I was like, oh my god. And then at the end of the mod, for some reason, Gordon Freeman was on a spaceship, and the G-Man would fly away in a space elevator. I'm not making this shit up. He would fly away in a space elevator, and the final mission, you had to man a space gun and shoot at the G-Man in his space elevator, at which point it would explode, and then giblets would fly everywhere. Yeah, old Half-Life mods are fucking weird. Oh dear. No, you're right, aren't you, Knarf? Yeah, sorry, Steam launched with Half-Life 2, didn't it? Oh dear. Did I just spoil Half-Life 3? Yes. Shooting G-Man in the space elevator. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing in front of me. Fucking, my mum bought me this. She bought me this mouse like rest thing, right? And I'm just playing with it like it's a booby. Just squishing the booby. Squishy, 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 squishy booby. Yes, I need to buy 2. Yes, good idea. Formiga says I need a girlfriend. I know. She'd probably get too annoyed. Wakes up 6 in the morning. I'm just next to her, squishy booby. Stop it. Go away. Ah dear. So yeah, what else is going on? So extreme stress with a house thing. The dog's fine. She's a bit grubby. She's had lots of sausage. So we also took a drive over to a foresty park where she had a good run around and a good smell. That was yesterday, early on in the morning. On Saturday, I went to a butcher's shop on Friday, I think it was, and I picked up a steak. It's been a while since I had a good steak, and I cooked up the steak with some pepper, and then I had it on Saturday evening, you see. And I don't know what the fuck was going on, but fuck, it knocked me right down. I had this excruciatingly painful headache after this steak. Couldn't tell you why. A quick Google tells me that there's a chemical which can be in some steaks which can amplify headaches. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I had to like flop into bed at like 8 in the evening and just go straight to sleep because I was just in such pain. It was awful. So yeah. Oh yes, I ate the Chinese wings as well. For those unfamiliar, from that same butcher, I bought some chicken wings, and it was only when I got back home that I realised that the word chicken was not anywhere on this package. It just said Chinese wings, so they could have been pigeon for all I know. Regardless, I ate them. They were all right. The butcher's a bit shady, yeah. Now that you mention it. Playing Valheim later are wrong. Well, we've kind of finished it. That's the pickle. We've kind of. I am hankering for some Valheim. Won't lie, but we've kind of finished it. A little bit shorty, yeah. In the mood for Valheim, that's for sure. But we've kind of finished the adventure. That's true. I never got the fishing hat. That's a pity. But yeah. Trying to get the fishing hat would be boring. It would just be me standing by the fucking river for hours just trying to grind the fishing skill. But yeah. Oh yes, the other thing, I'll tell you what I've done. I'm probably going to get sued up the bum, by the way. The reason I'm going to get sued up the bum is the fact that I've been making KFC behind me. The recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken was it was deliberately leaked back in the 90s, so it's been floating all around the internet all this time. Anyway, I took a bowl, and I took the spices listed on the leak, and I just started mixing them together in this bowl. And then I mixed it with some flour, and then I covered up some chicken in this flour. Now, I've had 2 separate attempts to try and make this chicken. Trouble is, I can't seem to make it work very well. It just doesn't taste as impressive as I was hoping. So I did it twice. So the first time I did it, I fried up the chicken in a bit of oil, right? Just some chicken breast. And I thought, okay, we'll give this a go. And so I mixed up the spices, fried the chicken, and ate it. And I was like, it's okay, not too bad. Bit crunchy, but it doesn't quite have that texture to it. So went back to the shops, bought a big tray of chicken legs, essentially. And I thought, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deep fry these. I'm going to do this properly. So I went over to the corner shop and I picked up a 1-litre bottle of what was it again? Sunflower oil. That was it. So for those unfamiliar, I was unfamiliar because I'm doing reading on this. If you're going to deep fry something, what you do is you heat up the oil in a saucepan, but you heat it up so that it's around 180 to 190 degrees, but it's way below the smoke point. Now, the smoke point is the point at which the oil itself will burn. And when it burns, it can get dangerous, because obviously it can combust, it can catch fire, and then you've got an oil fire. Mercifully, the temperature for a smoke point is way higher than the temperature that you need to properly fucking cook. If you're deep frying at around 180 degrees, the smoke point for sunflower oil, I think, is it 240? 240 degrees? 230 degrees? So you've got to quite convincingly fuck up to get it that hot. 250, I've been corrected. Thank you, Smokey. Anyway, so just in case, what I did is I went... Hang on. Show and tell. So what I did is first on Amazon, I bought a thermometer. Bought a thermometer. So you stick that thermometer in the oil, and then of course it has that great big red marker on it, which will tell you when you're entering the smoke point and therefore the danger zone. Now what you don't see, and you can probably know where I'm going with this, what you don't see is that there was a little plastic nib on the end of this thermometer. Guess what melted in the fucking oil? I didn't remove the plastic thing on the end of it. In my defense, the fucking thing didn't come off. I yanked it with a pair of pliers. It did not come off. So I thought, okay, it must be part of the thermometer. It was not part of the thermometer. It melted in the oil. So I tipped the oil into a container to let it cool, and then walked back to the corner shop to buy another fucking litre of oil. They didn't have sunflower oil the second time. They had rapeseed oil. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. Bought it back home, started reheating up the oil again. Anyway, I'm doing this great big story as if it's going somewhere. It's not really. The point is, so I managed to get the oil super hot and then started for the first time properly deep frying. And it was fucking scary. I'm going to be honest with you. If you've only, fried stuff, dipping a piece of meat into the hot oil and it just starts going... It starts bubbling like crazy. And each, offering of chicken I would place into the pan, it just sort of bubbling awkward. I'm like, please don't explode. Please don't explode. I had safety equipment next to me. I had a solid lid where if it did catch fire, I could clamp this lid down hard on it. I also had a fire blanket, so if I had a problem, I could put the fire blanket over the top to extinguish it. Never put water on the pan. Anyway, so I deep fried some chicken. And after all that, I tried it, and it was just okay. It was aggressively mid-tier. It was like, like I don't know what I've done. I've clearly it wasn't very impressive. So I need to do it again. Is my point. I need to maybe try different oil, maybe try a different spice mix, maybe baste the chicken in the spices for longer. Did I batter it? Well, it was a flour mix with the spices. Engine kill. More salt? Yeah, I could try more salt. I tried more. So this time I tried more. What is it? Mustard and garlic. Mustard powder. Sorry. Anyway, so the point. Yeah. So I did some deep frying the other day, and it went fine, but it was just okay. It was nothing mind blowing insofar as cooking. It's quite exciting to do though. William says, the chef's dilemma. Everything you cook for yourself is going to taste okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was average. It was average in taste. Maybe, Wanda. Maybe I'll give that a go. Maybe use less flour so there's more concentration of spices? But yeah. Sorry, for those joining the live stream, I'm just waffling. I was sipping a coffee, but then I was just doing a show and tell on a deep frying thermometer that I purchased. Yeah. Yeah, sticky. Put that away. Hang on. So, if you are a subscriber, by the way, in the Discord group below, I have a poll for you. The poll has 6 options on a potential bullshittery to do now. So I'm starting another project like this week, and I'd like you to tell me what you would like. So there are 6 options on the poll. It's Valheim, Half-Life Alyx, Helldivers, Minecraft, Left 4 Dead, or Human Fall Flat, which is like a physics thing. It's like Gang Beasts but with physics. It's a bit old, so yeah. So yeah, let people know what you let me know what you like, and I'll try my best to pull the footage down off the storage device, which is mounted on the desk behind me, and see what I can do. Again, I can't promise anything. I quite aggressively can't promise anything. I can do my best, but we'll see. If it's just not funny, then probably better to shelve it rather than trying to polish a turd. True Backup Gamer says there's a creator named Jordan Howlett who also occasionally gives out secret recipes for stuff like KFC chicken and other places. But yeah. Hopefully, well, I don't know, Jimmy. We'll see what wins the poll. An update on the ants. Oh yes, an update on the ants. So, can I actually show... Oops, sorry, got a noise. Just going to stop that. Sorry about that. So what's going on? So for those who are unfamiliar, I have 2 ant farms next to me, and I'm not going to go and do the full story, but I will show you this. Scarthy made some artwork for me in the form of this, which is a representation of what happened last week when one of my queen ants in one of the ant farms has not died, but all of her workers have died. This is normal. Workers die over time, and normally they're replaced with fresh workers coming in. But she can't do that because the ant farm that she's in has been infested with parasitic mites. Not necessarily parasitic on her, but they're eating the eggs, so the eggs never get a chance to hatch. So she's alone, or she was alone. This art depicts what I did, which is essentially I was able to get her into a glass test tube and ascend her. By ascend, I mean take her out of the ant farm and put her in my spice cupboard. So she is in a quiet, dark, cool place. Probably would help if she were in a warmer place, but there you go. She's in a quiet, dark place with no mites, and I'm hoping that with offerings of food and water and honey, she will be able to rebuild her ant farm, and hopefully if she can give like 50 to 60 workers, I can put her back in the ant farm. As for the mites, I've destroyed them. I took the ant farm and I dunked it in scalding water. So they're all fucking dead. Thank you, John D. Thank you very much, John D. So yes, the Queen had no idea what was going on. All of a sudden, the floor beneath her was but glass. and she could see the world spinning as she ascended into the sky, and then all of a sudden she was surrounded by jars of cumin and chili. Why an ant farm? Just curiosity, Nyan. So in fact, soon, very, very soon, it's going to be in the next few days, even possibly tomorrow, based on the weather. Might be a bit too warm. We'll see. Anyway, so very soon in the United Kingdom is going to be the Day of the Flying Ants. If you have some glass test tubes, might I recommend getting them ready? For if you would like to make your own ant farm, very soon will be the time. For the ants that are flying in the air are queens. You need only grab one, put it in a test tube. You can just Google test tube setup to see how it works. And you can have a little ant farm just on your desk. But why, Jeff? It's interesting. It's interesting just looking at the test tube and just seeing the ants lay the eggs and see the eggs hatch into little baby workers. And then, well, full-on workers, they pupate. And then see them gather and build and... yeah. You're seeing something that is typically underground and hidden from you, but in a glass container, so you can see the whole thing, go on. And you don't have to buy a big ant farm setup. Simple test tubes worth pennies will do for months and months and months. And if you get bored, you can just release them. That's the beauty of it. So long as you release the ants in the same place that you found them, just let them go. But yeah... humidity makes mites, indeed, but also ants like humidity. Or at least this species of ant, they like humidity. So yes, if you would like to get an ant, a test tube with a queen ant in it, I recommend that perhaps you go to Amazon and look up like fucking, I don't know, 4-inch test tubes? What does an ant eat? Depends on the species, Jumpy, but initially the queen eats nothing. So once you've captured the queen in your test tube, she already has months' worth of supplies essentially in her body already. The queen ant flies with wings and then removes those wings when she lands in order to try and make her not... well, she needs to dig and hide. So she'll never fly again. She doesn't have wings to fly. So these massive, expensive wing muscles can be broken down freely, which is exactly what they do. So they've got enough protein on them to get them started already, to make several worker ants to serve them. Then you just attach another test tube and just put in, well, bits of fruit, sweeties, bits of like insect protein, like just get some crickets or something, pre-killed crickets. You can get them dried if you want. Indeed, Lox, I believe the figure was something like 1/5 of all biomass on land, on Earth, is just ants. That's pretty fucking impressive. It's like, fuck. They're everywhere. Absolutely fucking everywhere. Scarthy did the artwork. Did Scarthy sign it? Oh, fuck. Scarthy did it. Sorry, I should put their signature on there. How would it change if we include the cosmos? 1/5 of all biomass in the cosmos is human. I don't know. Have I finished Subnautica Below Zero? No. That was a weird one, wasn't it? Below Zero. That was a strange game. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but it felt like it lacked an identity compared to the first Subnautica. And oh my god, the protagonist wouldn't shut up. Oh. The silent protagonist of the first game. So much better than Yakety Yak. And that weird noise she kept making whenever she ate or drank anything. And now, apparently, they're making the decision to make Subnautica 2 multiplayer. A bad call, in my opinion. I'm willing to eat my words if it turns out that it's actually way more fun multiplayer than it is single. But the first Subnautica felt like this wonderful Robinson Crusoe type feel to it. How you were the last survivor. You were alone on this planet, listening to the voices of ghosts, echoes on recordings. Not so sure it works so well if you've got multiple people around. Who knows? Yes, indeed, Obama. So the latest YouTube project, I was working on a big video essay, and I made some work in progress pieces, which I posted up to Patreon, about 1 hour and 15 minutes worth. They're a bit. Must admit, I'm a bit nervous about them because they are very slapdash. I need to fix a whole load of stuff in there. But I'm about to start the next bullshittery, so I'm looking for votes on insofar as what to do next. There's a poll below in the Discord for subscribers. Maybe a 2-person co-op? Yeah, I don't know, Queek. I just think I don't think it's a good choice with Subnautica specifically. Thank you, Paddy Yo. Wait, Pad Yo? Paddy O2. Thank you, Paddy O2. New PC when? Also something I need to do, yes. Nightmare Steel says, a friend of mine has legit trachylophobia and essentially had to emotionally murder himself to get through the first Subnautica. Yeah, it is a big part of it, Night, as in that fear, that is a big part of the tension of Subnautica, I'd say. Obviously, opinions will vary, but I would say that if you have someone else, it's like a horror game. If you make a horror game cooperative, you kick out the legs of the horror game. All of a sudden, there's someone there next to you making dick jokes. You can't play it because of it, says Merlin. I'd say give it a go anyway. Merlin, I will say this. As the game progresses, you will get ever more... how to say it without spoiling. You will be able to clad yourself in vehicular armor. And all of a sudden, it never goes away, but you will feel less vulnerable. And over time, I found at least, Subnautica started to change. Initially, it started off as this scary, what the fuck is that noise? And then over time, you felt almost like a marine biologist, eventually investigating this mystery. And just it kind of led on from there in Subnautica. It felt like, ooh, you're exploring, and where does this go, and what the fuck is this? But yeah. Thank you, I'm a Panda. Thank you very much, I'm a Panda. What do you feel if Subnautica have you and your co-op partner be placed in different areas of the world, and the only way to have you guys meet is to advance through the story? Not really warm on that idea either, Ramen. Because then you've essentially got two... that sounds a bit similar to what they tried with... did you ever try the mod for Kerbal Space Program multiplayer? That essentially had two guys playing two single-player versions of Kerbal Space Program. They just happened to be on the same planet. So you just launch separate vehicles and have a separate... Yes, you could physically drive near each other, but why would you? Thank you, I'm a Panda. Not really, Electum. Sorry, I'm between games. We finished Valheim. So, what is the time? Yeah. So I need to consider... Well, I need to wait. But truth be told, what I need to do today... Actually, I do know what I'm doing today. I need to go and do some data management. So... Beneath this live stream, there's a link to a website called The Closet. It's just a personal website that's, that a developer made for me, and it's linked to a data hosting website. So what I do is that each time the live streams start to tick off from Twitch, I upload the MP4 file to this archive website. It's just an archive for the streams. I've got this great big document listing all of the things to be uploaded in what order, and I need to start data management is what I'm saying. I need to start moving files up to the NAS. There's probably about 200 of them. Moving files up to the NAS, giving them their proper names, moving the notes that are alongside them for any funny moments. Can you download them? I don't think you can download them, Queek, but you can, as in you can view them all on the Closet. As in there's not a download button as far as I know, is there? Surely there must be a way to do it. Thank you, The Veil. Thank you very much, The Veil. We tried Barotrauma the once, Whisper. It bounced off me. Or I bounced off of it. Yeah. Better Ray. I feel like I called it there with Kerbal Space Program 2. The first one was a passion project. It's difficult to follow a passion project with the sequel unless you share that passion. Can I suggest a few games that you and your 3 or 4 mates can jump into over the weekend? Well, Valheim, for one, Garlic. Definitely. Company of Heroes stream is missing. Company of Heroes stream? That was a long time ago, Zenith. I don't know if that survived. It was a very long time ago. I'll make a note. I'll have a look. Hang on. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm dropping everything. Where's the pen? Ugh. Got nothing on this. Type a note. You're right, honey bunny. Company of Heroes. There we go. Oh. Hard to share that passion when the entire team got replaced. Yeah. Yes, indeed. That is a problem, Kajak. It's a difficult to solve problem. Yeah, the closet isn't perfect, I'm afraid. Hi, darling. You're right. Oh, look at her. Hang on a minute. For anybody unfamiliar, her name is Lulu. She just turned 8 years old last week. Last weekend, I actually forgot to get her her annual treat, which takes the form of a large piece of fish, either tuna or salmon, which I heat up in a small frying pan and then give her in her bowl. So, I went and retrieved, this weekend, a large piece of tuna, which I subsequently fried up, expecting the thing to shrink in the pan. It did not. So she had an unfathomably large piece of tuna. It was bigger than a head. It's a great big slab. Anyway, so she devoured it. She absolutely devoured it. And then afterwards I spent the whole afternoon going, oh, please don't come back up. Please don't come back up. As different sounds, gurgles and bubbles came from her belly. She was clearly like, that was way too much tuna. So yeah, She's turned 8 years old. Regrettably, as unfortunately I need to keep saying, the French Bulldog is an extremely short-lived breed, so she is elderly now, as you can tell with the grey. She's my grumpy old lady, but I will make sure that she's, very, very comfortable, happy and full of food. Yes. Thank you, Relative Rabe. Thank you very much, Relative. And Mortarian and the Veil. Very small, Merville. Very small. Yeah, so far so good, nearly. If you look carefully, you might be able to spot that. So she has a few imperfections as she's gotten older. Beneath her right eye, she has a small lump that is growing on the eyelid itself. She also has smaller sebaceous cysts, basically little hair follicle clumps, which are growing in places. Apparently this is a fairly normal old dog thing, and the vet will, obviously, in order to remove them, she would have to go under general anesthetic, which is a bit of a, it's a bit risky. So if they start affecting her mobility, then we can talk about it. But for now, she's just ignoring them. Yeah. She's got a couple on her paws. You might even see it when she rolls over. It looks almost like a tick on her fur. It's not a tick, it's just a cyst. But yeah, she's happy. Is there a video of her eating the tuna? I've got the footage, but I've yet to edit it, Zoob. If I find time today, perhaps I'll do that. Not really enslaved, not currently. Didn't really... The Witcher 3 didn't really grasp me. Formiga says, my Basset Hound had a big lump on her back, but it was sebaceous. It was removed when she had surgery. They took advantage of the sedation to take it out. Yeah, exactly that. If she has to go in for something, I'm sure they can just remove it from her paws. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, just to mention again, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. Please know that I'm looking for direction on the next bullshittery project, the next YouTube compilation. Therefore, if you're a subscriber, could I get your vote, please? The Discord group below, set up for you, in lieu of the now removed Twitch email system, there's a poll in there, so please vote and let me know what you would like of the 6 available options for a bullshittery. Hi there, Chinny. Hi there indeed, Chinny. I hope you're very well. Right. What's my overall opinion on the Metroid series? I played Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo back when I was a wee kid, but beyond that I have no exposure to it whatsoever. The only thing that did make me go, what the fuck, is some years ago, and I do mean some years ago, when I saw a picture of Samus, and for some fucking reason, for some idiotic fucking reason, they decided to put her in a skin-tight suit. Why? I know it sounds like I'm throwing red meat to the crowd here, but fuck, like Samus was defined by the fact that she looked nothing like her sexiness was not part of the appeal of Samus, at least fucking ages ago. Like, she was defined by the fact that this was a mercenary wearing full fucking power armor. Never have her take off the suit. Too late now, obviously, way too late. But in my opinion is you should... Hell, I would say never even have her take off the helmet. Never even show her face, let alone her body. In doing so, you crush the mystery, you crush the very thing that makes Samus so interesting. Just becomes another, chick with her tits out. Thank you, Minigun. Thank you very much, Minigun. Her gender was an end-game reveal? Well, sort of. In the first game, I believe she takes off her helmet. In the second game, I can't remember what she does at the end. But also, if she dies and her suit explodes, then obviously you see her scream. You know what I mean? As in, for the massive majority of the first fucking game, she was just armor-clad warrior. Why did they give her a Luigi as a bulge? Well, I don't know what that means, Mag. I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I've literally played one game as a kid. Tiss Poppy says, I'm not listening to what you're saying. The dog has my full attention. Aha! Now you have seen my cleverly deployed brand thing. The dog on camera here is like, look, yeah, people browsing through the stream. Oh, what's this stream? Dog. And that's when I hook you in. That's when I get you. See, I get you by then saying the following. You ready? Ready? Hi, welcome to the stream. By the way, I'm about to start work on the next YouTube video. There's a link below in the Discord that you can join if you're a subscriber. And that's when you subscribe, you see. That's when I get you. That's it. You can't leave then, because then it's FOMO. It's like, oh no, what if I miss out on the next thing? It's like, ha-ha! It's all part of my carefully choreographed thing. I've got like a wall like graph and everything, like a fucking diagram, trust me. Oh dear. Oh yes, oh, fuck, you're right. Now I need to start shilling something like cryptocurrency or NFTs or some fucking shit. Something bullshit. Thank you, Doom Night Fury. Thank you for doing that. 83 months, Doom Night Fury. Thank you sincerely, Doomed. And Minigun Boy, Relative Rabe, and Mortarian. Hi, sausage. Yeah, she's happy. Yes, sorry that they take so long, Harongo. I'll do my best. Oh no, no, she's turned away. She's turned away. Right. What's my opinion on the original Pokemon games? I never played them, Midgard. By the time Pokemon started coming around in the schools that I attended, I was already far too old for that shit. Like, by the time I was well into secondary school, Pokemon was in primary schools. Hi there, Real Monkey. Enjoy your games, whatever it is you find yourself doing. But yeah. Hang on, fuck. Keep finding shit in my pockets. Oh yeah, spare lead. Alright. Did one of my brothers play it? Maybe. My brother Lamram was probably that age when it was going round. He was much younger. Ah dear. Indeed it does, Ambient. Sadly it does. Did I have a Tamagotchi? Oh god, I did in like fucking primary school. Nightmare says, Samus's Zero suit, I'm assuming that's the skin-tight cat suit, has an in-story reason for having made an appearance. Without her power suit in the game, she's left with a useless emergency pistol which only serves to stun foes. Again, Nightmare, that's the trouble. You can always justify... You can always turn around and say, oh, she breathes through her skin, which is why this sniper lady doesn't wear any clothing. You know, you can always make some bullshit fucking reason. Like, I can turn around and say, oh yes, Alex in the new game needs to detect the Combine security scanners with bio-implants in her nipples. Hence why she's wandering around with her tits out. Anyone can do that shit. The trouble is, then the protagonist doesn't fucking stand out. Imagine how it would be now. Sorry, just run with that for a second. In 2024, if Samus A-rant, you knew her, is it A-rant or yeah? If she was just a suit of power armor, like the Mandalorian, like wandering around, just fucking, you never see her face. You have no idea what she even looks like. She never reveals it. It's just a constant visor, just staring, turning. In every conversation, you've just got this massive Samus A-rant just emoting with her visor. How much cooler that would be. Or maybe, I don't know, like she gets injured in a cutscene and then like you see the front part of her helmet just blast off and you see like an eye or something. Thank you, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, the man. You get what I'm saying. I'm hardly the first person to be saying this sort of thing. Sometimes the mystery and the mystique surrounding a character is more important than, hey, titties. Right. Hi there, 863 Fess. Welcome indeed. Glad you like them. Yeah. Hang on, do I have some water with me? Oh my god, sorry, this is a godsend. Can I just fucking shill the concept of carbonated water? As I keep mentioning, for those who are regular viewers know that I mention this, I had this horrible habit where I would consume shit tons of soft drink. Turns out, the big reason why I had trouble kicking the habit is that I really like the fizz. It's the fizz that I want. So I ended up just buying sparkling water. Trouble is, sparkling water's fucking expensive, especially if you buy it in the quantities that I would drink soft drink in. So I bought one of those carbonated water makers that sits in your kitchen. Granted, I have to buy the CO2 canisters, but they're way cheaper than the fucking, you know, a big bottle of soft drink. Anyway. And I can quite comfortably drink all the carbonated water that I want in lieu of sugary drinks. And it's so much better for my teeth. My god. Hi there, Novi. Hi there indeed, Novi. Hope you're very, very well. Novi has just discovered Vimto and has become a Vimto fiend. Aha! You are now formally English, Novi. Wait, Vimto's English, right? Yes. You've passed. Well done. Now your teeth turn crooked. You have a very strong English accent. And you're able to play a companion of the Doctor in the next series of Doctor Who. Sorry, is that still going on? It's been ages since I've watched Doctor Who. Has he regenerated yet into his next form? Thank you, Azurf. Thank you very much, Azurf. He has? Oh. There was this fucking 5-hour YouTube video essay thing that someone did about Doctor Who. And it was about the, what is it, Jodie something. It was about the Doctor played by Jodie something. And how the writing was so bad. And it was this fascinating breakdown. I was enthralled for like 5 hours of this bizarre weirdness where they just didn't know how to write the Doctor. Jodie Whittaker, that's the one. Whittaker? Thank you, Ankiatni. Thank you very much, Ankiatni. Thank you, Zumanta. Thank you very much, Zumanta. Novi, how are you? Are you okay? How are you and Sheep? Please pass on my best to Sheep. Sorry, for those joining, I'm a bit wheel spinning owing to the fact that I've finished Valheim. I'm looking for your help because I need you to vote. Sorry, this is like a shareholder meeting. I need my subscribers to give me their vote on the next bullshittery to work on. So in the Discord group below for you, there's a poll. Please vote for something, or multiple things if you wish. I need to know what your opinions are so I can, as quickly as possible, pull the footage from a storage device, which I have on my desk, and see what I can do. So what I do is I like to alternate. I pick a bullshittery or a project, you pick a bullshittery or a project, and we sort of go back and forth. So I just spent 3 months working on something that was my pick. So now I'm going to take a break from that and pick ask you to pick something. So let me know what you like. Thank you, Zumanta, Ankiatni, and Azurf, and Dr. Nick. Thank you, all of you. Has the new bullshittery been released today? I'm afraid not big. I was working on a video essay for a game called Sons of the Forest. Sorry, pardon me. Ooh. I was working on a big video essay and finished about 1 hour and 15 minutes worth. I made some test renders. They're a bit in places. I need to fix them. But yeah, so for now, I've done what I could do, and now I'm just going to move on to something else. Thank you, Furia Ubu. Thank you, Art by Zam. Thank you very much, Art by Zam. I don't know, Cracksav. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I really don't know how Discord works. Thank you, Dr. Akenson42. Archer? No. Akenson? Dr. Akenson. Thank you, Magic LDG. Thank you, Magic. Sorry, let me just need to close Discord and reopen it again, just to make sure that... I think it updates the list as it goes, I think. There we go. Try that again. Right, there we go. What else is happening? So, did some cooking, went for a drive with Lulu. I barely used the car. I went through all this effort. Sorry, for those unfamiliar, back in about 2019, I snuck off secretly to go and learn how to drive. My mum has been quietly nagging both me and my brothers to learn how to drive for years, so it was a personal moment of pride for me when I snuck off quietly, secretly, to go and take secret driving lessons. So, I had a middle-aged lady who was a bit of a drill instructor, and over the course of about, I want to say about 4 months or so, I secretly went away for weekly driving lessons until I passed my test. Anyway, I surprised my mother by presenting a certificate of passing my driving test, and she couldn't believe it because I completely blindsided her. I kept the whole thing secret. But frustratingly, you don't really need to drive that much if you live in the middle of a city. So my car mostly just sits there collecting spider webs and bird poo. Because, like, if you live in the heart of a city, go food shop. Yeah, the shops are all over you. Like, up, down, left, right, they're everywhere. You live in the middle of a city, there's lots of shops. Oh, go to a park or whatever. There's parks everywhere. You live in parks, yeah, they're built all strategically all over the city. They're within walkable distance. The main thing that I use it for is to go fishing. Which I do, a few times a year? But not that many. Yeah, not that many times. Yeah, exactly, Twitten. It's like a big shop at Asda. That's pretty much it. And then it's really awkward because you've got to find the parking spot, and then the Lamborghini is really low down, so you're sort of going, oh, I'm too fat. And then you can't see it because all the other cars are too tall, and then you get to your Lamborghini and it's stolen. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. That's all the YouTube money gone then. There we go. Fuck. Sorry, I meant Ferrari. Fuck. What type of car do I own? I don't want to give the brand, Susti, but it's like a coupe. So it's got like a... It does have back seats, but the chair sort of folds forward, and it's like really a space for kids, you know. It's quite cramped back there. So really, what I've got is a 2-door, like swift, like fast movie zippy car, and that's notable because I'm driving. Obviously, Lulu's not driving. That would be disastrous. She instead has this foam car seat, which is raised in the passenger area. So she's got a fucking chariot, essentially, like her personal, like, take me somewhere, Jeeves, or whatever. So she gets driven around on her foam car seat, looking at the world through the fucking windscreen. So yeah, she loves it. Every time we go near the car, she's like, oh, let's go. Carnage says, what do I typically do with the YouTube money apart from living expenses? Well, I mostly buy frivolous fishing stuff that the chat then rolls their eyes at for being that stupid for buying, frankly. That's mostly it. And alcohol. That's it. Like every couple of weeks or so, the chat's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Look, there's legitimately fishing stuff within eye view. Hang on. Legitimately. Fucking, like, I'm here in the chat going, oh, look at this. Look at this new piece of line that I've just bought. What is this? This is... Hang on. Open the box. What is this? This is... oh, it's fluorocarbon. This is £8 fluorocarbon, everybody. This is a type of fishing line, which is basically extruded plastic. So normally... Well, there are different types of fishing line, but typically you have extruded nylon, which is quite springy, but it's cheap. So you fill the bulk of your fishing line with this springy nylon. But this, only about 100 meters of it, though, so you only need a few inches. This stuff is really, really transparent in the water. So what you do is you tie on about, say, 10 inches, just on the end of the line where the hook is. So it means that for the fish, it's fucking invisible. They can't see it. So all they see is a bit of food floating in the water. They can't see the line. Call the hook length. Yeah. So I bought some 8-pound hook length. So if I've got an 8-pound hook length and I've got a 10-pound line, so these are breaking strains that I'm describing, at the point at which it just snaps. By intentionally making a weaker hook length, if something goes wrong and I catch a fish that's way too fucking big, it will just break the hook length, the 10 inches on the end, and not the 100 meters that you've got on your main line. Which is good, because obviously you don't want a ton of line floating around in the lake that the bailiff then has to clean up. But also it's good because it means that the fish probably just has the hook and nothing else. They don't have the float, they don't have the weight. They can just go and just spit the hook out. And they can, because you're meant to use barbless hooks. So you know how hooks have the little spikes coming off of them to make them harder to remove? You don't have those in... Well, you mostly don't have those in the UK, because a lot of lakes where you can fish will ban them. And if you get caught, they'll throw you off the lake. They are very strict. Very strict. The reason for that is that obviously you don't want to fuck up the fish's lips and then have it heal weird, or not heal at all and have the fish die. That would suck. But if it's not barbed, then they can just spit it out. The moment the tension comes off the line, because the line's broken, they just go, get rid of it. Fishing in the UK is so weird. It is. Yes, as I've frequently discovered, I posted that the fishing highlights reel to YouTube, and I quickly discovered that a lot of people weren't too sympathetic to the type of fishing that I was doing. They seemed to be under the impression that catch and release was harming them, when catch and release is pretty much the norm, at least here for carp fishing. You're not going to be able to kill the carp. You'll get thrown off the lake. Over here in the UK, there are lake after lake of owned lakes, stocked lakes, with their owners fiercely defensive over the quality of the fish that are stocked. You kill one, they'll throw you off the lake. You push your luck, they might call the police. They're property. Anyway. What about public lakes? There are public lakes, but I must admit, NDM, the lakes that I've checked have ancient water rights. There's a lake over here called the River Ouse, I think it is. The River Ouse, I looked it up. There is an ancient charter that points out that everything, literally it says, like, yonder, like, ye yonder, this bridge, this ancient stone bridge, is the ownership of this parish or whatever. And then they presumably lease the rights over to some company. But what I'm saying is you need licenses to fish on different areas. Obviously you need your fishing license to just fish in general, but you need membership, sorry, that's what I meant to say. It's part of a club. So you need membership with a club if you're going to fish on, say, this stretch of the river or whatever. Since 1811. I don't know. What about sea fishing? Yeah, you can go sea fishing. People sea fish all the time, Zoo. Again, if you have a license. Actually, sorry, correct me. I might be wrong there. I don't know about sea fishing. For the license specifies non-migratory trout and salmon, I think it is. So I presume that doesn't include the ocean? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know about sea fishing. I don't know about sea fishing. Boiled Roast says no license to fish in the sea. Oh, okay. Boiled says you only need a license if you have like a huge trawler. Yeah, that makes sense. Have I ever thought about going on a fishing trip as in a chartered ship and long lines for marlin or whatever, says Ryzen? Not really. I'm more of a sit by some nice, beautiful lake or river with the bird song and the green trees, personally. No, I've never gone salmon fishing, Chris A. No, I currently go carp fishing. Once again, sorry, for those joining, probably not the most entertaining stream. I'm just bantering and sipping some water, due to start data management work today whilst waiting for your vote. So I've got some polls up for what I should work on next as the next YouTube video. So please let me know. If you're a subscriber, the polls are below in the Discord thing. Thank you, Rapadio and Magic. No, Miss Caviar. I've never played Detroit Become Human. Enjoy Minecraft, Chlorothor. Thank you, Captain Tulpu. I'm curious. Let's have a look and see what's going on the poll, shall we? I haven't been paying attention. So there are 6 options on the poll. Opening up the poll. Okay. Okay. Right. Alright, okay. I see the poll. So the options on the poll are Valheim, Half-Life Alyx, Helldivers 2, Minecraft, Left 4 Dead, and Human Fall Flat. Which one is currently winning? Well, you'd have to subscribe and to find out. Thank you, Captain Tulfi. Tulpu even. Thank you, Captain. Anyway. Thank you, Swarthit. Thank you very much, Swarthit. This is where it starts, isn't it? Fucking, this is the downfall. Before you know it, I'm shilling fucking bullshit posters or whatever. What's the current meta? What are people shilling? I presume it's not... Well, I guess it would be like fucking... Oh, I don't know, actually. What are YouTubers shilling these days? Caffeine powder? Manscaping. I know it was like fucking World of Tanks a while ago. Thank you, Smokers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Smokers, for the sub bomb. Energy drinks. Oh yeah, Raid Shadow Legends for a while. VPNs, that's true. Mag, how's Ceci? Just like the camera that you see in front of me, folks, Mag also has a very adorable dog on his stream fairly frequently. The dog is a boxer, and I swear it's about 70% chest. Just one enormous chest with a tiny head on the top of it. What would be my dream sponsor, says Wilton. Well, you see, my dream sponsor would be a sponsor that stays over there, I stay over here, they leave me the fuck alone, I leave them the fuck alone, and we never communicate, or I never mention them. Thank you again, Smokers. Have I played Space Marine? I have. Yeah, years ago. I even streamed it all the way through. What do I think of Space Marine 2? I don't know. It's difficult, Gormless, because... oh! The note that says don't talk about 40k isn't on my wall right now because I was cleaning the wall for an inspection the other day. I'm in a weird place with Warhammer because I liked it, but then it got weird... And then the reasons that it got weird kind of unraveled the reasons that I liked it. And now it turns out what I liked about 40k wasn't really 40k. And now I don't know what the fuck it is. So, you know, Space Marine comes in and it's all Primaris this and Primaris that. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Nep. Hi there, Nep. Nep is in the chat. Nep, I hope you're fabulous. Nep, please know that this morning I thought about you for reasons of the fact that I was in a line to get some... Well, I had some coffee. I drank the coffee. I was going to a cafe to get a flapjack and a sausage for Lulu. And while I was standing in the queue, the lady in front of me went up to the barista, and the barista said, "Can I get your name for the cup?" And she went, "Zeynep." And my brain went, I know where that name is from. And then the barista looked at her and went, Zena? And she went, Zeynep. And she went, I'll call you when your cup is ready. And then, of course, a few minutes passed. And then later, Zena! This poor lady. No one was getting her name. Zena? Zeynep. It's got a P on it. Zena. Like the fucking warrior princess. Yeah. Yeah. Is it? Hang on. I'll look it up. I presume Turkish Zeynep name. Zeynep is the Turkish form of the Arabic female given name Zeynab. Zeynep means precious rock or precious gem and may refer to Zeynep. Just an AI response. Hang on. Turkish form of the Arabic female name. Yeah. Who's famous with that name? A Turkish tennis player. Turkish writer and academic. Turkish pianist. A couple of Turkish singers. They're all Turkish. I don't know, one Ukrainian. What Ukrainian Turkish? Yeah. Nep says, I am famous with that name, obviously. Yeah. We'll give you that. Although I will die on this hill, Nep. Internet famous is not the same as famous. Even YouTubers as well. Yeah, internet famous is not the same as famous. Snowbow says, I thought it was actually her casually getting coffee from the same shop. It can't be Nep. If Nep saw me in real life, she'd probably stab me in the neck with something sharp. Nep says, diamond, precious stone, the description doesn't fit me at all. Yeah, like, what is it with fucking... It's always semi-precious stones, isn't it? Like ruby, jade. It's never like zinc. You know, beryllium. Yeah, garnet. Sorry, material name. What would be the worst name for a lady? Chat, help me out here. What would be the worst? So it has to be an element or a material. What would be the worst fucking name? Like ammonia or something. Carbon? Arsenic? Hi, I'm arsenic. Bismuth? That's pretty bad. Like, as a legit name, it can't just be like fecal matter, says Pixel. Hang on. Sulfur. You can make sulfur work, I think. Bauxite. Oh god, imagine being called bauxite. Boron. Yes. Imagine if your name was Boron and you're really obnoxious and hard to listen to. Yeah, I think boron is an absolute death sentence, Rat Boy. Yeah. Boron the moron. That's your name all the way through school, and you'll never escape it. Oh god, imagine someone being called Einsteinium. Oh fuck. Nep says, how am I? How are things? Yeah, being boring this morning, I'm afraid. We played Valheim and we really enjoyed it. We played it a lot for about 3 weeks, but the adventure is kind of over now. I was considering dropping into some Blade and Sorcery with the VR headset, but I got lazy and there's lots of furniture to move in here. I'm due to start the next bullshittery soon, but I'm a little wheel spinning this morning. I'm going to do some data management in the next few minutes, and to start organising some live streams, whilst preparing to start the bullshittery edit. So I've got plenty to do, it's just I don't really have a huge amount to present entertainment-wise. Sorry. Lulu's fine, she's full of sausage. Later on, she'll be going to the dog sitter. Oh, fuck, hang on. Do I have cash for the dog sitter? I need to run to a cash point. Fuck. So later on, she's going to go to the dog sitter. So she's going to have fun. What game is the next bullshittery, Killbot? Unknown, currently. It's being voted on. There are 6 options for the subscribers below. So, yeah, feel free to subscribe and feel free to vote. I know it's very transparent. Thank you, Smokers. Thank you very much, Smokers. Nep says, please tell me I'm not in the next video. I don't know. It depends what they pick. Yes, all of a sudden it's got the weird porno music. Thank you, Lemon Curry. Thank you very much, Lemon Curry. Thank you for doing that, Lemon Curry. Vote Valheim to get some Nep in the next video. I don't think... She must have popped in at some point when we were playing Valheim. Pack of Cats says, I think the worst mineral name for a daughter would be Holite. Yeah. Thank you, Item Finder. And Surprise Nut. Thank you, both of you. Thank you sincerely, guys. Which Valheim is the Valheim? Well, probably the first playthrough. Nobheim? As in, we made 2 villages. What's Nep talking about? Nep's having a freak out in the chat. You think you know? What do you know? What? I hear good things, Quarigo. I've not looked into it myself. Anyway, sorry, once again, for those joining, welcome. Yeah, I'm just sort of bantering. I was sipping coffee, and now I'm soon to start some data management work today. And where's my phone gone? So I'm just, I'm drawing attention to the fact that I need direction for the next bullshittery. So with a poll that I've made. Okay. Get the frog and rat scale in the Valheim video. God. Oh, God. Yeah, Adam? You didn't like it? You didn't like Valheim? We liked it. I liked it. I really enjoyed Valheim. It was one hell of a good adventure. Do I still have that deployable ladder that I purchased long ago? Deployable ladder. Deployable ladder? Oh, the deployable ladder. Yes, I do. Smooth Void is referring to the emergency escape ladder that I've got in a red bag, which is behind the sofa. It would be in the shot if it weren't for the sofa being there. Yes, you're correct. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos which were like a fascinating disaster, right? Fascinating horror, where it was showing how fucking quickly a fire spreads, and then I realised that living not on the ground floor in this building, how fucked I would be if a fire spread in any part of... Basically, if I couldn't escape the room. So I figured that I would pay for a proper escape ladder. So I've got something that has... It's got the big metal hooks on it, so I can open the window, hook it over the windowsill, throw the ladder out. I can lower Lulu to the ground first with a... I've got like it's a climbing rope with... I don't know the words for things. It's like a metal... I put her in her harness and then put this like clip. It's got like a clip, seal it, screw it on tight, and then lower her down to the ground first, and then I can follow her with the ladder. A carabiner? Not sure. It's like this. It looks like a hook, I guess. It's like a metal hook, and you clack it on, and then you screw it tight so it can't come loose. Anyway, the point is, I've got an escape ladder, which I purchased over there in the event of a nasty fire. That if you absolutely fucking have to get out of the building, you know, I can do it quickly. And I'm also going to make a note of leaving it behind. So when I move out of here, I'll leave it behind for the next occupant. Might save their life. Besides, if I do get a bungalow, what the fuck am I going to do with a ladder? It's by definition, it's a ground floor thing. How expensive is it? Good question. Let's have a look. Should be on my purchase history. Ladder. There's a lot of fishing gear here. How much money have I spent on fishing gear? What the fuck? Okay, Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Hang on. Okay, emergency escape ladder. This one was £90. Yes, team. Sorry, I don't know the correct words for it if you're not in the United Kingdom. A bungalow would be a house with only one ground floor. So ground floor and then just the roof. So it's a teeny-weeny house. That being said, some people like to add extensions onto their bungalows where they fill they make a room in the loft, basically. It's a very common thing. Thank you, Samahajdar. Samahajdar. Thank you very much. And hi there, SWAT Knight. ZF SWAT Knight is in the chat, everyone. SWAT, I hope you're well. I'm being very boring this morning. We finished Valheim, and it was a lot of fun. Hang on. So yeah, we finished Valheim. I'm due to start the next bullshittery soon, and I'm just doing a vote below the live stream on the Discord group for the subscribers. Thank you, Samahajdar, Surprise Nut, and Item Finder. But yeah. ZF SWAT Knight here is a big firearms enthusiast, so I would imagine their hobby expenses are significant. I'm one to talk, me buying all my fishing shit. Owl says we normally call a one-story home a ranch-style house. So the Forest 2 video is done. I'm afraid not, Arc of Blue. I spent 3 months working on it, so that was the script and then some initial production work, and I finished about 1 hour and 15 minutes out of 3 hours. I'm a bit tired. Well, I fancy a change of pace. I could just keep going for the next several months until it's done, but I think a change of pace would be A, healthy for me, B, well, I suppose there is only A and B, which is would let people know that I'm still alive. Because obviously, people are like, oh my god, he's gone for an entire year. Where's he gone? Yes, I'm trying to... There is that as well, Airborne. It does help because I'm finding that as a creator, doing the same thing again and again and again gets very, very annoying. Of course, yeah. Quayugo says you've given up on my upload schedule. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully I can do something based on what people vote for. All right. Thank you, Sky. Yeah, thank you, Sky Yi. I just hope it's good. Fingers crossed. Hi there, Naughty. Hi there, indeed, Naughty. So yeah, what else is going on? So cooking, fine. Made KFC, fine. Melted the thermometer because I'm stupid. The dog's fine. She's just a bit grubby. I've got I need to keep the flat clean because there's another inspection that's going to happen soon. Basically, people who own the flat coming around taking pictures, sending them to the landlord. So I need to keep the place relatively clean. She's fast asleep. Completely zonked. Right. I should probably... Sorry, looking at the time, folks, I should probably move on and go and get on with some data management work today. Anyway, well, thank you for being here. Sorry for the wheel-spinning stream. If you've casted your vote below, thank you for it. And, yeah, I'm going to go and... so I've got about... I want to say about 100, maybe 200 live streams that I need to properly categorize. I need to save them, give them the proper names, and then move them into the correct folders for potential bullshittery work later. So, that's my priority. Also, I'm hoping that today a solicitor will get back to me with a series of documents that I need to scrutinize. So it could be fortuitous timing. I need to go through some declarations to do with stuff, legal stuff, essentially. Yeah, the solicitor won't. Yeah, fuck. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so that's the plan. So I've got stuff to do. Once again, please vote if you haven't and you're a subscriber. Tell me what you would like me to do, and I'll tally the votes up soon and then get to work on the next bullshittery. So, yeah, right. are any of my clanmates doing anything that you might like to watch? Let's have a look. Okay, who's on? So Yuki's on doing Minecraft, Jinx is on doing Elden Ring, and SWAT has just started chatting. In which case, I will leave you in SWAT's company then. So this is ZF SWAT Night. It says he's starting soon. Alright, so I'll leave you with SWAT. Thank you again for watching, folks. Have a wonderful afternoon, and hope to see you again this evening for a bit of Grounded with Umlaut, with Cake, and with Mag. So, yeah, take care, folks. This is SWAT Night.